Alright, today we're looking at special angles for 30 degrees and 60 degrees. A number of times when you want to write some exam, like terminal exam, JAM, WAEC, the examining body may require you not using calculator or four-figure table. And then you leave your answer in short form. And then the secret of that is what we want to explain here. And it's all gotten from what we call special angle. And if you look at if you look at the board very well, see that the triangle is called equilateral triangle because all the sides are equal. And being an equilateral triangle, we now say here is 2, here is 2, then the downside is also 2. Then you discover that if it's it has all the sides equal, then all the angles are also equal. It's called equiangular. And that means that here is 60 degrees, here is naturally 60 degrees. And some of angle of a triangle is 180 degrees. Here is also 60. But this 60, we're going to divide it into two. When we create an altitude to find the height of the triangle. So here will now be 30 degrees. This side will also be what? 30 degrees. Naturally, if you add it, it will give you 60 degrees. So this is here is 60, 60, 60. The sum of angle of a triangle is 180. It's 180. So you see here that if here is 2, here is 2, this side is also 2, here is 1, here is 1. So 1 plus 1 will give you these 2. Good. So it's called, let's name the angle A, B, C. Let's call the altitude D. Alright, from this diagram, you can see that there are two triangles. Triangle AB, ABD and BDC. And two of them are equal in all respect. So I don't know the one you want us to pull out, but on my own, let us pull out this BDC. So let's go. Look at it. We are going to pull it out for us to get the value of how do we get this three. So here is we have B, we have D, we have C. Very good. So here is 2, here is 1, but we don't know this place. Now remember that here is angle 60, here is also what? 30. By implication, this corner here is 90 degrees. It's a right angle triangle. Remember that. So by law of Pythagoras theorem, let's look at how do we find out the value of BD. So we now see that Pythagoras theorem BC, according to Pythagoras, BC squared is equal to BD squared plus DC squared. This is Pythagoras. Pythagoras. Now, what does it mean? So our BC here now is naturally 2 squared. Then BD, we don't know the value, that's what we are looking for. Then DC here, down here, the adjacent is 1 squared. So here 4 is equal to BD squared plus 1 squared is also 1. So when this one crosses to this side, you now have 4 minus that 1 will now leave us behind BD squared. Alright, so 3 is equal to BD squared. Now you see that this implies that BD squared is equal to 3. Now look at these two. Anytime it crosses sign of equality, he assumes the square root sign form. Therefore, BD is now root 3. Fine. Very simple. So this is how by Pythagoras we're able to get our altitude. This distance between that the height of the triangle. Now we want to, you remember your SOHCAHTOA. So when I say that sine is equal to S, so then when I have CAH, C-A-H, then TOA will have the third one. What does it mean? That sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Then when I have cos is equal to adjacent ADJ over H1P. Then TOA is tan is equal to opposite over ADJ adjacent. So that is what we want to find out. Now, how do we now find the value of 60, 30 and 60? based on the relation. So we're looking at sine 30, cos 30, and very quite simple. Then you also have sine 60, we have cos 60, we have tan 60. So let's go. You look at sine. Now looking at this triangle here, then the side facing the given angle, we're starting from 30 now. This is 30. DC is the side facing the given angle, so that is the opposite. The longest side is hypotenuse, while the BD is the adjacent. Good. So having understood that, having said that, so sine is opposite of hypotenuse. This is opposite now, facing the angle, opposite of hypotenuse. So sine 30 is half. I believe you agree. What you see what you are doing now. Cos 30, the same adjacent. Adjacent that is down here now, and that our value now. We have already said that is 3. Good. So adjacent of hypotenuse. So cos 30 is adjacent. That is root 3 over 2. Root 3 over 2. Then tan 30 opposite of adjacent 1 over root 3. Very simple. So you don't need calculator. From here you can commit it to your memory. You can always use it at any time. Then sine 60. Now look at our sine now. The side facing the given angle of reference is called the opposite. So BD is the opposite, DC is the adjacent, while BC is the hypotenuse. Fine. And you see here that sine 60 is opposite of hypotenuse. Sine 60 is opposite of hypotenuse, which is root 3 all over 2. Then cos 60, we're now in cos 60, adjacent of hypotenuse. This is adjacent, this is remember that this is the opposite. Adjacent is DC, 1 over 2. So cos 60 is 1 over 2. Then look at tan 60, we're now in tan, which is opposite of adjacent, root 3 over 1. Root 3 is all over 1, which is naturally root 3, which is root 3. Then you see, this is all what we are looking at. Then I want to see application of, let us do application of this in exam. If you see it in exam, without using calculator or 4-figure table, how do we approach it? So I need to clean up this. So want to see how we can apply this in exam without using calculator. Let's look at this question. This is angle, for instance. We have, this is, let's say this is 60 degrees, and this is 200 meters here, and this is x. So let's say this is A, this B, this is C. So we have, as we calculate the value of x without using calculator. So we see solution. Want to look at solution here. Quite simple. Solution. Now you see here what the unknown is AB, which is x, and the given angle, this is the opposite. So the one concerned us now is the opposite and hypotenuse. And how do we relate opposite and hypotenuse? Is sine. So opposite of hypotenuse is sine 60. So that means that x, which is opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, let's go this way so that you understand it better. So this is opposite over hypotenuse equal to, so which of the relations here? So that is, so you can see opposite hypotenuse, so that will now give us sine, sine theta. So, and our opposite here is x, which is unknown, and then we have hypotenuse is 200 meters, then equal to, our theta is sine 60. So sine 60. So you discover that when you cross multiply, you now see that x is equal to 200 times sine 60 degrees. Very simple. So from our relation here, you can see sine 60 is root 3 over 2. Very good. So that means 200 times root 3. You can see where it's coming from, over 2. So these 2 can reduce 200. So 2 here, 1. 2 here will now give you 100. So we now have 100 root 3. quite simple. So meter, don't forget your unit. You can see quite simple. So this is how you can apply it. If you now check your options given to you, either in JAM or WAEC or any other terminal exam, no calculation, no calculator, no four-figure table. Your answer is there. So calculate the value of 1. Leaving your answer in short form. Leaving your answer in short form. Okay. Can you try this? You can pause now and calculate. Pause whether you can actually get the value of y from this table. Now, looking at the solution, this is one of the simplest thing any student can think of. So if you have this standard in your brain, put in your brain, you don't need to copy it into exam hall. You need to, know how to derive that. So you must understand this. In any exam, those terminal exams or any exam that don't require calculator or four-figure table, please commit this into your memory. Now look at the second application. What you are supposed to know in this question is, what concerns us is, look at the angle 60 here. This is unknown. So one unknown, one known. So you have opposite here and you have adjacent. Now you have opposite and adjacent. What relates us there is, so in SOCATOA, what concerns opposite and adjacent is tan. So you can see that what concerns us actually is opposite and adjacent. That is tan. So opposite over adjacent is equal to tan theta. Very good. So, and what is our opposite here? This is the given angle. So I have opposite is 25. Sorry, opposite 25. Opposite over adjacent, which is y, is equal to tan 60. Fine, tan 60. So by the time you cross multiply, you're going to see that y tan 60 is equal to 25. So let's go up this way. Now you see that therefore y is equal to 25 over tan. So you divide both sides by tan 60. Tan 60. Now from our table, you see here that y is equal to 25 divided by tan 60 is root 3. You can see that root 3. Now this ideally is supposed to be the answer, but we need to rationalize. We need to rationalize this. So that can further say there are some students that will stop at this level. But it's supposed to be 25 root 3 times root 3 all over what? Root 3. This identity is supposed to have. So that means that 25 root 3, the root 3 by root 3 will give you 3. So that is our answer. Supposed to be root 3 will give you root 9, and that is square root of 9 is 3. So this is our answer. Did you get, when you solved it, was it what you got? So this is how we apply it, and any other time you see it, this is how you can use the special triangle to solve your trig ratios. Alright, so we are leaving this question with you, so you can solve it and leave your answer in the comment section. Mr. Sanabi Franklin to follow us for more.